guys. It is 8:15. It is September 6th. It is, what's today? Wednesday. Hope everyone's feeling well. You guys know the drill. Take a look at disclosure. Let's get to it. My name is Scott Redler. I am the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Welcome to today's morning call. Hopefully everyone's feeling well, getting ready for the day. Let me turn this down a little bit. This is day 2 post-Labor Day. So far, day 1 post-Labor Day. Things started off a little weak. SPYs were weak. Small caps were weak. But there was some decent action in mega cap tech. Rates were definitely a problem. So when rates are a problem, companies that need money get sold, and the computers buy the mega caps that have a lot of money. For now, we'll see how that goes. Either which way, there were definitely things to do, and we'll see how it goes today. All in all, if you take a look at this chart of the SPYs here, you will see that overall, after a big move from the August 25th red dog reversal low here, which was the higher low, we had 453.67, and it does seem like you could see the 8-day, which is 447, or maybe even this spot, which cleared the post-NVIDIA sell-off. Anyway, that being said, I'm trying to manage some positions, some swings with my tier system. It's not the easiest thing to do, but there are ways to navigate. I did go out short some SPYs, thinking that we did close below a prior low and we're still a bit extended. So I said, hey, let me have a hedge on just in case. And SPYs right now aren't down a whole hell of a lot, but they're down 91 cents. I did cover some, and I still have some on. And, I'll see if we reclaim 449.17. I might cover them all because I also have, some Qs sold. I have the 382 sold for this week. And I also have some puts on just in case this didn't hold. Yesterday, the Qs were stronger than the SPYs. As you could see, green candle here. We held this where the SPYs yesterday closed below. Okay, then if you look at the IWM, I really had a bad day. So let's get to that. Actually, let's do this right now. So someone like, hey, Red Dog, is this a head and shoulders top in the IWM, and what does that mean for the market? Typically, small caps are important, especially when they're like really, really weak. If they're just weak, the small caps have been in a 5-year range. People are clamoring about how the S&P is in a 2-year range. The small caps have done nothing for 5 years. It happens. I remember 2001 to 2010, the S&P was in a range for a decade before tripling. So things happen. But anyway, all in all, this is 186.77. The IWM right now is down 11 cents. No real downside follow through. Big though range to the downside. Maybe there's a red dog reversal buy here, which would be keep this intact, or it gets downside follow through. Watch it. All in all, though, this will be the key level moving forward. After getting rejected into the high end. So again, you look at that candle in the IWM, and then you go back to the Qs. The Qs are acting different. Our job is to be long things that are acting different and strong without getting caught, without closing our eyes to everything else happening out there, just in case. We don't want a false sense of security. But anyway, with this point, 375.83 is that low. We'll see if that holds. I have some premium sold as a hedge, and I also have some puts just in case we do get hit. And other than that, I do have some longs on also. So with that said, we'll see if this shows some relative strength. XLE, big move into a topping tail. So chances are, even a strong sector that's extended from the 8th needs to come in. I guess see if this area is buyable. Okay, this is 91.16. That is yesterday's low. There is a gap right here to be filled if it wants to. I'm not trading energy. I have enough going on elsewhere that I don't need to be trading energy. Every now and then I'll buy something for a little bit of a day trade or a swing, whether it's Oxy or this and that, but it takes my time and energy off of things that I know a little bit better that are working. Yesterday we came in and I was like, oh God, oh God. I wasn't like, oh God, but I was like, anyway, Tesla was really weak from Friday, and so was NVIDIA. So I was like, what does this mean? Well, overall, meant nothing for Tesla, as Tesla friggin' pushed the bears back so strong. Within the first 15 minutes, this was already above 250. Wound up going to as high as 258. So now Tesla's down 41 cents. So let's put this here. Now there is some, again, what's out there right now is China news that government employees are not allowed to use iPhones or buy iPhones. So maybe they're going to extrapolate and say, oh, they can't buy Teslas either. But I don't think so. But we'll see. Either which way, the Qs are down 98 cents and Tesla's only down 44 cents. So it's not showing relative weakness at all. So I would think it might need a day. Remember last time it kind of negated right here, was a little wishy-washy, pushed through, came back before having a big move. So it might need a day in the upper end to prove that this bar that was actively bullish is still in control. Because the last thing you want is this to happen today, back and forth. That'll be a choppy mess. I don't think that happens. So either which way, I'm in a little bit of Tesla. If I see some strength, maybe I'll add to it above 258, and then really 261 is a key. Gets above that, that'll show some appetite for risk, but we'll see. Meta, I bought Meta a few times the past few days and made money, and there was nothing, no follow through, no nothing, just played it pretty correctly. Yesterday had a better close than the last 2 days, so I went home pretty long, and now Meta is up a bunch. I did trim some, and I'm holding some. It's up 250. I haven't seen the news. I do know that Meta doesn't have the China exposure, so maybe that's why it's up. But anyway, sell some. It was as high as 304. I'd love to see it hold and go. Seems like there's definitely some room here if it wants it. This spot is what? This is 307. So I would think, that it's not just going to open up and fade and fail, but I've seen crazier things. So that's 307. So we'll see. I might even add to it. I might, who knows? Market comes in and stock holds up and looks great. Who knows? Maybe I'll add to it. But at this point, I always trim when a gap is in my favor. I am also in Microsoft. Yesterday, I like that candle. There was some volume. It cleared 332 and 333 to hit 334.81. It's off 99 cents this morning, which isn't a big deal. Every day we see antitrust, anti-monopoly for Meta, for Apple, for Microsoft, and typically it never really matters. And to guess until it does. But at this point, I'm not, running for the hills, but I will try and see if Microsoft could be bought. You don't want to see it give back too much. It's down $1.43, and see if it can go red to green. If it can go red to green, I think we make a lot of money in Microsoft. I did sell some of my options that I had, but I'm in the stock because it acted well yesterday, so we'll see. All in all, though, I would think it could try. Google, I've been in since last week. I did buy some on weakness. I'm trading around it. It's still above the 8-day. It held the earnings gap. Continue to maneuver it. It's up 40 cents. If you bought in the whole, trim some. And I think at some point, if this market does act decent the way it's acting decent, it could take this 138 out. Amazon pulled back yesterday. Not the greatest action. It was a little weaker most of the day, but I didn't get out of it. I bought some. I traded around it. So I might buy a little bit versus 135.50 again and continue to trade around it. Hopefully, if it were to break that, I'd probably have to think to myself, what do I really want to stay there? Because then it's not making it easy to hold. Like I said before, NVIDIA was weak on Friday, but then gave you a way to trade around it. If you were short, you could have covered, and if you were looking for a long because you got stopped out when it broke 488, you were able to buy. I want to reclaim that this morning. NVIDIA is it's only down 78 cents. So maybe there's a trade here to go red to green. I might just do an inside day. I don't know. Just watch it for some short-term complexion. AMD was really strong on Friday, and then yesterday I was really upset. I'm like, oh my God, AMD is just such a pain in the butt. And then I bought some options, I'm like, it's down $2. And then all of a sudden, the CEO spoke around 12 o'clock and it ignited, and I was able to trade around it. And if you were long and stuck with it and went red to green, you made good money. Now it's only down 56 cents, so it's not a whole hell of a lot. I'd love to see this go at least green once, and then maybe trade above this 111.64 to continue. I'm not long AMD, but I might buy it for a trade. I'm in options. I went to go with options because the stock's been so tricky. But we'll see. The semis are strong. Semis don't really care. I look at Clack. Clack working its way higher. I'm not in it, but I listed it. Sometimes I just list it for you guys to look at and trade, not me. SNPS also, doesn't seem like there's a bear market here. It looks like it's heading higher. So that's why stock selection matters besides everything else also. Yeah, no, I hear you. What happened? Hold on a second here. Oh, hold on. That's a little bit annoying. Hold on. I have some AMC, and now I think they just announced something, some kind of secondary. That's annoying. I was getting a false little sense of security there that it was, hey, did its thing. Hold on. Sorry. I am a trader and this is not going to be fun. Damn it. It's AMC right here. Let's see. How many do I have? That's annoying. Hold on. Yeah, I just hit it out. That, I had options on just in case, what a friggin' CEO is just a mess. What a mess. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Hold on, this is the Alpha team talking. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, next. It's going to be on the do not touch. We talk about the do not touch list. Well, that'll be on the do not touch list. That's annoying. Oh well, happens. If you're trading, you're trading. But listen, we talk about the do not trust list. MSOS was on the do not trust, touch list for a long time in here. So many false moves, and then boom, it goes. So there's always a time and a place for something, and we'll see what happens here now. You have 1050 to 14. That's MSOS. Remember last week, I'm like, this news is according to the guys that really play this sector and know it really well. They're saying that this is real news that's going to help the overall sector. Well, had a big move. You haven't seen a move like that in a long time. The small cap wellness names are the ones that move the best. I don't know why it's not. This isn't adjusting. Anyway, so I would not be chasing MSOS, but just don't short it because it's been so shortable for so long. So MSOS is up 54 cents, 862 above that. It's impressive. I did go with Tilray, just options, because just like AMC, I thought it can't be in the stock, and it's been working out a little bit. Not a barn burner, but there's money there. And then I have HYFM, which I like this chart. This chart looks pretty good. If if it continues to have traction, you'll probably see some kind of move towards the $2 range. Someone asked me why I'm in it. I know the guy that did the deal, a few years ago, and I remember when he was a seller here, a seller there. So now down here, the group hangs in there. Maybe there's something there to make money with. So I mean, I feel like the risk is pretty limited, but again, I say that. So with that being said, if above this 140-ish, that there's room if some of these wellness names want to get much more traction, but we'll see. Some guys are in Roku. Roku actually, look at that, had a nice push yesterday. So if you all of a sudden bought it because it cleared this spot and it's been acting better, getting paid well. I don't own it, but a lot of guys on the Alpha team own it. If that's you, congratulations. Make sure to trim and trail. It's up $8. That's a nice move. This sits at 92. There is some room to 99. So, if you're not in it and you're looking to get into it and you missed, then you take it home. It is what it is. You'll see what happens from here to there. That's 99-ish. And again, we'll see how we go today. Apple the news is that China government employees can't use an iPhone moving forward or something like that. You'll probably hear it all over TV today. Yesterday, the weakness was absorbed. So we'll see what happens today. If Apple holds 187.61, chances are downside's not going to be, so not going to be like huge weakness. If it were to break below this, hey, there's your 8-day and there's this spot. So that would probably bring the indices down. So watch Apple or trade it, whatever you want to do. But I'd be just, a little careful. Does it absorb the news or not? That'll be something to Impact Tech. So make sure that's at least on your screen somewhere. So with that said, it's 8:35. You know, that whatever. That's annoying. This was annoying. Figured, hey, look at the chart. Chart looks decent. Looks like all the bad news is out of the way, and maybe they could squeeze, and boom, another ATM. Anyway, I'm done there. Do not touch list. It happens as a trader. All right, guys, I'm gonna get some stuff out here, and I'll revisit with a few more charts, and we'll move forward. Later, guys.